already know what it is, what it will be. Welcome to all of the new energy that I am intending to pull into this collective. So, welcome to Zen in the Void. I am Zen. And let's just get into the read, y'all. So, I feel like if you're here at this channel, okay, then most likely you are going through a very huge transition. Okay, you literally have been like ducked off on your own, doing so much work on yourself. You've probably been through a lot of transformative situations this year, and you're constantly watching yourself grow and evolve through like all these different situations and shit like that. So let's just see what y'all have going on and what will come out for you guys on the read. I'm gonna start off with this deck since it's here. It's just, it feels right. I just got so hot. I started this read, so like I'm feeling spirit here with us. Okay. All right, so I have three energies out. All right. We have watch yourself grow. Of course, we got an attitude of gratitude will change your life and fuck. Okay. So I just saw 1, 2, 3 on the time. I love when I see synchronistic numbers because it lets us know that we are on the right path, headed in the right direction. So thank you, spirits. Okay. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the one that looks the most interesting. Okay. And that's looking like fuck. Okay, because what is going on, y'all? What is happening? So at the bottom of the deck, I already shuffled it for you guys' energy. So this is definitely y'all at the bottom of this deck, okay? Subconscious energy, energy that might be hidden, unseen, stuff like that. So at the bottom of the deck, we have this Two of Pentacles. Some of you guys could be earth signs, have heavy earth placements, or you could just be in a period of your life where you're just really grounded. You're, concentrating on the tangible, physical side of life. So you have this Two of Pentacles. You could be seeing yourself kind of juggling between two things. Maybe it could be your old self and your new self. You'll know what it is. Let's see what's behind it. Four of Cups. Yeah, some of you guys are feeling maybe a little bit apathetic one moment, a little displeased, a little dissatisfied with circumstances or your life. And in the next moment, you're feeling really passionate and expansive. So you could just be very passionate, like you just really want to do shit and accomplish shit, perhaps. And when that's not happening and there's a holdup, it could make you feel super like gross, right? So what is fuck? What's the situation? Why is the collective saying fuck? What's up, viewer? Like fuck. Oh wow. So damn, this is crazy. Some of you guys may be Virgos, coming from my Virgo peeps, because we have a little bit of the same energy coming out here. We got the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you guys may have come in contact with a situation that is like everything that you want and more, as far as like legacy, community, family, money, opportunity, and you guys came in contact with whatever that was, and it created all these new feelings for you. I'm gonna slow down. You guys might be so passionate right now, so like anxious and fired up, and just kind of like ready to move in this kind of chariot. It feels like that chariot energy almost, where it's like I just want to move ahead. I want to push forward. Also, that Prince of Fire energy, where it's just like super. What's the word I'm looking for? Just diligent. You're very diligent. I feel like you have a lot of energy and a lot of passion that you want to apply to areas of your life. So you came in contact with some Ten of Pentacles type of opportunities, things that will see you having fortune in the long run, in the long term, right? And it's brought a lot of new feelings for you. It made you happy. It made you feel hopeful, right? But then something happened. Whoa, a wrench in the plan, a heartbreaking situation that kind of puts you also in a win at all cost mentality. And you know what? I'm gonna speak on this because it's really important, y'all. So when you kind of ran into a little bit of a hiccup with this beautiful thing that you came in contact with, it kind of puts you probably like, okay, so because you're so anxious and passionate and ready to act, child, okay, it's natural. I seen 444, and before that I saw 404. So there's a need for you to really ground, okay? I never get that like that energy from the number 444, but it kind of makes sense because that number is about security and protection and things like that. So I was just about to comment on the fact that if you're in this Five of Swords energy, child, and you're feeling like you want to win at all costs, and I gotta, like, it's one of the things where it's like, you get it and it's happy, but as soon as something threatens it, you're like, nah, fuck that. I have to hold on to this. I have to succeed. I have to see this through. It goes from being diligent and persistent to a little bit obsessive because there's fear there. And you may not recognize that as such, but that's exactly what's happening. There's some type of fear that you may have that you may lose this thing. And y'all's energy is so high vibe and potent, so that's a good thing. But you got to be aware of those spaces within you that may feel fear about losing something or failing or not succeeding because it's causing you to go a little hard when you may need to just allow yourself to change and grow and relax and meditate in that energy, okay? Which is why we have Watch Yourself Grow here, because this situation is literally trying to show you how to apply what you've learned, you know what I'm saying, in the past that led you to this beautiful opportunity in the first place. So, let's see. That's what the fuck could have been. I feel like you may have done a lot, or you may have like reacted to something in a way that doesn't really reflect where you want to be, and you're like, fuck, damn, I made a mistake. So you know, I feel like this attitude of gratitude card, that's what it's about. You might have to look at the situation in more of a positive light. You should be grateful for the fact that you even got, I guess, the opportunity to make a mistake. Because when God brings, or when you attract, rather, through manifestation and all these things, like these opportunities into your life, they don't come like, God wouldn't send them your way. The universe wouldn't make it available for you if it was just that easy to fumble it and ruin it. So you got to look at it like this thing is meant to stay. You have to know that. You have to have faith and know that. You know what I'm saying? Know that this is for you and it's not going anywhere. Don't let that fear trick you into thinking that you gotta, you know, that anxious attachment that you gotta hold on to it for dear life. You gotta do everything possible. If you know that it's for you, then you don't have to do all that. So just be grateful that you know that and you have the opportunity to right your wrongs. Like, don't let that throw you off. So let's see what else comes out for you. What else can we? Because that's the message. Honestly, that's it. I could really end this reading right here, but I'm gonna see what else we can extract. So we got the star card. It came out sideways, and that's so telling because, like I said, y'all got this two of pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So that's a juggling energy where on one hand you're like right where you need to be, and on the other hand you're like kind of struggling with ways that you may have been in the past that you know don't work. So it's like you have all this hope and faith, but I think also inside you may have a little bit of fear. You may have a little bit of, and this is natural, y'all. It's normal. Don't beat yourself up. This is coming from past lives and ancestral healing and traumas that you got to give yourself that grace and have that faith that this is meant to happen. So go ahead and allow yourself to be hopeful. Go ahead and allow yourself that time to refresh your energy and refresh your mood. Don't feel like you got to charge forward with all this fire. Like, if the situation is causing for you to like slow down, you have to be able to slow down, right? Because if you don't, that's because let's see what this Queen of Pentacles in reverse actually is, because this energy is kind of like a codependent energy, energy of someone like grappling on or just like attaching themselves to something because they know they don't have faith that they have what they need inside of them. So they're holding on to someone else because they're like, I need you. If I'm not with you, then I don't know, I'm not sure what's up ahead for me. And I'm not really with that whole energy of judging people when they're in that space. We're all human. We all do it. Let's be honest. Like, we all do it. And even if we don't, we have to, it's just important that we be humble enough to understand that, that's it's human. You can't judge people for that kind of stuff all that harshly. But if you're doing that, let's see what this Queen of Pentacles is, honey. Because I'm trying to get y'all. I'm like, yeah. So there is this energy of like jealousy and self-centeredness and smothering. So whether that's you or the other party in this situation, you gotta that let's see what that is. What is this Queen of Pentacle energy? Who is this person and what is it? Who is this person and what is it, child? Because this is some whole other energy here. All right, so you know what? That's very clear. Thank you, Spirit. So I think, viewer, that this could very well be you, and it's okay if it's not you. It's the other party, but someone is like, you know what? In the past, I've been jealous. I've only thought of myself. I had no problem smothering, and I can relate to this if I'm being honest. I'm not gonna like get into any personal examples, but I will say that I've been that way without knowing that's what I was. I didn't know. I was just, I'm not a jealous type of person, so I never really struggled with jealousy all that much, but I have been kind of like possessive, I guess, uh, in the past without really realizing it. And also just kind of self centered and smothering, like, I want to get what I want because I feel like I should. You know what I'm saying? And that's not always healthy because that's when you're pushing past other people's boundaries. That's when you're not having, and when you push past other people's boundaries, it's usually because you don't have that great boundaries for yourself. And if that's not the case, then that just could be some other shit that I'm not gonna touch on because I can't really relate to that, right? But it's okay if that's what you. Sometimes people have a little bit of sociopathy. They're a little bit of a sociopath. They're a little bit narcissistic, you know, and that's okay. I'm not whatever. I'm gonna leave that alone. But what I'm saying is that if you know, okay, you are the other party, that you've had problems in the past where you have been a little bit smothering, controlling, a little self-centered. You're trying to put that shit to an end. You're trying to stop that. You're trying to just end that. You know what I'm saying? That's the transformation that you're going through. That's why y'all's first card is watch yourself grow, because this is the opportunity, and Spirit is saying that you should be very grateful for this opportunity because you get to watch yourself in real time change that. You know the exact situations in the past that you've been that smothering, self-centered, selfish. And in this moment, with this opportunity that is promised to bring much, much, much prosperity, you get to watch yourself say, you know what, instead of being all overbearing, I'm going to chill out and I'm going to allow this situation to just kind of go as it should. And it's buffering a bit, so I apologize for that, y'all, but I can't control that. And that's just what I mean. You have to allow things to go as they're going and just have faith that it's gonna turn out the way that it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And it's tough, but that challenge is beauty in that challenge. You know what I'm saying? It's so much goodness in that challenge because it kind of makes me feel like a badass when I'm met with challenge and I'm like overcoming that shit. Not all forcefully, but like in a rested place. Like, I'm sure that it's for me, so I'm chilling. I wasn't always that way in the past because I suffered a lot from anxious attachment where it was a ancestral and family thing. Like, all the women in my family were that way. Like, if they see a kid goddamn playing you could be at a family reunion and the kids are playing and some kid is doing something dangerous. The women in my family will be, oh my god, they're going crazy. Like, get that kid, like, and then their mom is chilling, like, calm down. Like, I know that they'll be okay because they bump their head sometimes, but my kid, they know when they bump their head, they get it together after that and know that they need to calm down. So you need to calm down. My kid is fine. Is that I'm using that as an example because that's what it is, you know, and it's okay. You get to watch yourself grow from this situation. So I feel like in the past, like, maybe you just didn't have the perspective that you needed to allow yourself to grow. Some of you guys are having a hard time seeing things from a different perspective. So you could be having a hard time with this transition, but you're committed to the transition. And that's funny because I didn't even pull out the Seven of Wands before I said that. And that's what the Seven of Wands is about. It's about standing up for yourself, being counted, taking situations head on and conquering that shit. And that's where you're at. It's like, even if you're struggling to see a different perspective, you're still like, look, I'm still determined, whatever. And you might be disappointed as well that the situation even went the way that it did. So that's why it's this juggling energy. Your old self is like dying off, so you have to allow that mixture of emotion. It may be confusing and weird, but it's good. You're shedding that skin, you know. You could choose to dwell on the disappointment and the ability to not see things from a different perspective, but you have to choose the lighter emotions, the better emotions. Yeah, you're committed. I don't have to tell you that, viewer. You're committed. You got the death card here and the Hierophant. You are so committed to this transformation, and that's a beautiful thing. Spirit's trying to remind you that, and you have so much support with this Saturn retrograde that's bringing in all this karma, you have support. You have that justice to support you in this transformation because you've earned it. You deserve it. You're committed to it. You've put out the energy that supports the fact that you're trying to grow. So you can't beat yourself up for making mistakes. You're growing, and spirit really expects you to do that. My nose is so itchy, so that's how I know that I'm on point. So I'm gonna put these cards. I'm gonna put these cards back. I'm gonna just get some advice, but first I'm gonna just make sure. Yeah, you're really manifesting. You ain't playing no games, viewer. Is there anything else that needs to come out for this viewer? This was supposed to be so much shorter than it is, but you know what? It's okay because I actually did some magic myself, and I put the intention out for the collective that will attract fresh new energy to the channel, supportive subscribers, and all that. So yeah, I love how we got this ten of swords kind of energy coming out in the reverse because it looks like you're going to choose to. It's like it's the ten of swords in reverse is an energy where it's like, you know what, I've learned from my past. I've seen what rock bottom looked like. I'm not going back there. Okay, you've learned from your mistakes. So that's what's gonna happen. You could just go ahead and look at the situation as done and achieved, and you know what I'm saying. You could always almost take this situation as a W because your commitment and your to new and growth and the support that you have from the universe and all the things around you, you're gonna come out on top of this situation. So let's get you some advice. Let's start with this deck. Let's get you some advice. The advice for the viewers. My nose is so itchy when I started y'all read. That is so strange. Oh. My nose is never this itchy, and I know it's gonna start turning red. I used to get made fun of about my red nose problems when I was a kid. So it's like it's weird. It's not even something to be embarrassed about. But black people make fun of you for anything. Look at your nose, red as hell. Okay, everything I built today is on the foundation that I laid yesterday. So that's what I'm saying, viewer. You've already done the work. You've already secured the manifestations. You secured it. So all these feelings that you're feeling, you can go ahead and be like, that shit doesn't even matter. It may feel uncomfortable, weird right now, but it doesn't matter. It's not gonna even hold a candle or to your what you've attracted. It's not gonna knock anything off course. It's okay. You know, it says, do not be discouraged if you do not have the talent or if your performance is not up to par. Hard work, perseverance, and rest days pay off better. And that's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. You don't have to perform perfect each time, but as long as you're willing to perform, that is the sauce. That is the juice. That's the remedy right there. Giving yourself rest and grace is what is needed for the success. And us humans, especially here in America, we've been like programmed to think that, like, you know what I'm saying, if we take time to rest or if we pull back and, like, and reflect after the performance, that's gonna slow us down. But any real athlete or any real person who's committed to their craft and is doing this shit, they know that time is crucial. If you're not taking that time and you're just want to win at all costs, you're gonna that's what's gonna fuck shit up, because that's basically telling your manifestations that you don't have faith, which is undoing your magic, undoing what you've called in. You're not doing that, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's get a little bit more advice, and I'm gonna close the read. I'm gonna get out of here. I have a lot to do today. This is a very busy weekend for me. I drop a song on Monday, and I just have so much to do outside of that. But you guys have choice and create. So you guys have to make the choice to create. You have to make the choice to act and to do and to go forward. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Even when things are not looking, you have literally, you have all of you. Y'all might not even need no rest like that. Y'all just need rest in your mind about how you look at the situation. But physically, you have all this energy and all this creativity and all this fire in you to create and to do the things that you want to do. So do that. Don't let your mind take you to all these weird ass places that's taking you out of your creative mode, because it's unnecessary. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I really hope that helped. Welcome to all the new people that I know are coming to the channel to support, join us, and show love, because I've already put that intention out. So welcome to y'all. Thank y'all for showing that love and for considering joining us here as in the void. And I will see y'all next time. All right, so peace. Have a great Saturday. All right.